Disney California Adventure might be Disney's most underrated theme park, but do not let it get overwhelming. There is a lot more to see than you think. Just stick around with me.
I am so excited to be the one to show you everything there is to see and do in California Adventure. This park can be tough to navigate, but with this video, we will give you everything you need to have the best theme park day here. California Adventure may have had a bit of a rough start, but it has transformed to become an incredible park destination in my opinion. It hosts around 10 million visitors each year, and it recently was ranked as the 11th most popular theme park in the entire world. This park is a bucket list destination with its world's famous attractions, shows, theming, and food. It's divided into 7 lands. Disney California Adventure is going to bring you into that Californian Wonderland desire where you can raft through the wilderness, train alongside the Avengers, race through the desert, play with your Pixar friends, and more. It's the kind of place that brings something new every visit, and there's lots to see, ride, and taste while you're here. So whether you're planning your first or your 100th visit to Disney California Adventure, travel along with me for a complete tour of this incredible and unique park.
Now, to start off your day, you're going to want to head to one of the star attractions here in California Adventure. These attractions are one of those reasons that you want to come to this park in the first place, and they are also the ones that are going to get the long lines later in the day. If you are not careful, these rides are going to have you waiting for hours, but stick with me and I'm going to show you how to skip the stress and get straight to the fun fast. If you can, rope drop and head to one of these big heavy hitters 30 minutes prior to the park opening. If you're staying in a Disney hotel, you may even have early entry perks, which are going to help save you tons of time in lines for these big heavy hitters.
Radiator Springs Racers is the most popular attraction at Disney California Adventure. This speedy attraction has you hopping in a car and traveling around Radiator Springs, seeing some familiar faces before you end up in your own race to the finish line. Nearby in Adventures Campus is Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. This attraction has you working alongside Rocket Raccoon to free the Guardians from the infamous Collector. It's a drop-style attraction, so get ready for some thrills. Also in the Marvel area is Web Slingers, a Spider-Man adventure. The interactive ride takes you into a training exercise kind of gone awry as you web sling just like Spider-Man to take out the Spider-Bots and earn points. Over in Pixar Pier, we have the home of Toy Story Mania, an interactive shooter-style game with a twist. Join the Toy Story toys as they help you compete in Carnival Midway-style games. Incredicoaster is a hit in this area. This classic-style launch coaster has a few familiar and incredible faces along the way. And our final star, Soarin' Around the World, is a beautiful flight over the major landmarks and stunning scenery around the globe. Don't forget to breathe in, the scenes come with smells.
Now you know about those higher stress star attractions, right? Maybe you got here early, you rode some of them, and it was amazing. Sounds like you have worked up quite the appetite, so let's talk about breakfast. Do you want a memorable and delicious sit-down meal? Or maybe you're just looking for the perfect grab-and-go snack? Stay tuned because I've got the full inside scoop. In DCA, you can either eat at a quick service restaurant, a walk up to a counter, or you can do a table service restaurant, which is seated with a server. Table services are often very popular, and we recommend getting an advanced dining reservation for them up to 60 days in advance in the My Disney Experience app.
Table service brunch can actually be found over at Lamplight Lounge in this park. It's a Pixar-themed Castro pub that also serves lunch and dinner, and it is incredibly popular. If you don't want to commit to a long sit-down meal, a few quick service spots will offer breakfast too. Pym Test Kitchen has full breakfast like a French toast before it swaps over to lunch and dinner menu with creative entrees and giant pretzels with an Ant-Man twist. The shawarma carts are 2 Avengers Campus locations that offer a variety of shawarma throughout the day, including the breakfast shawarma up. And Smoke Jumpers Grill has breakfast burritos, French toast sticks, and breakfast sandwiches in the morning instead of the burgers and chicken that will show up later in the day.
You can find some delicious coffees and sweets and snacks that are served all day long, whether you want them at breakfast or at any time, like right here at Smoke Jumpers. This spot specifically has breakfast cold brew, and some specialty cold brews can also be spotted over at Pym's Test Kitchen in Avengers Campus.
In Hollywoodland, you can grab a fruit smoothie or even a specialty coffee from Schmoozie's. Or you can get a snack or top-notch Joffrey's coffee at the Cappuccino Cart. And if you don't mind going for something a little bit more simple, the Fiddler, Pfeiffer, and Practical Cafe is the Starbucks location that offers the full Starbucks menu with a ton of pastries. Okay, we're fueled up, so back to the rides. Do you think you know all the rides in California Adventure? Some of these might surprise you. Plus, I'm gonna let you know which ones are totally worth it and which ones you can skip. We've covered the most popular rides here, but California Adventure has a lot of rides, 19 to be exact. So you're gonna wanna be familiar to make sure that you can know which priorities are at the top of your list and which ones you can skip. Keep an eye on the corner for our recommended must-dos. Let's take this land by land, shall we?
Buena Vista Street is a land based on Los Angeles, and it serves as your red carpet welcome to the park. This is one of 2 rideless lands here in Disney California Adventure, though you can see the monorails cruise by if you're looking over the bridge, which is pretty cool, I would argue. Hollywood Land is going to take you back to the golden age of Hollywood, featuring the 1930s. This is also where you're going to find Monsters, Inc. Mike and Sully to the rescue. This madcap dark ride actually takes you through the story of Monsters, Inc. as all of the monsters kind of deal with a human being having landed in Monstropolis. Avengers Campus hosts you as the next trainee for the Avengers. This one is a super lively area, and you're likely to see a lot of superhero activity over here. Now, both of the rides in this land actually land in that star attractions category, but you need to keep your eyes peeled for even more Marvel attractions coming to this area soon. One super cool thing about this area is it's not just about the rides back here. You actually might be able to see some of your absolute favorite superheroes live and in action. Right now I'm looking at Doctor Strange. There he goes. Oh my gosh, should we go meet him? Hi.
What is your name?
Emma.
Emma, where are you from?
Tennessee.
Tennessee? Are
Yeah.
you traveling by yourself?
No, I have a friend, but she's running around doing some fun stuff.
All right. So we're going to get a picture to make her jealous.
Exactly.
Oh, very good.
I was wondering if you could show me your best superhero pose.
I guess the spell I use most often, we could do that one.
Yeah, that
All
sounds
right.
perfect.
2 fingers on each hand,
Okay.
down your thumbs. One hand forward, the other one back.
Okay.
And do the
with
backhand
the
actually is
backhand.
the one that does all
Okay.
the work. So
Good
it'd be
deal.
clockwise to open and counterclockwise to close. Unless you're doing it the other way, then it's reverse. But we'll do it this way.
Okay.
All right.
The entire family can find some fun here in Cars Land, inspired by the Pixar film. This land is incredibly immersive and actually makes you feel like you're walking right into Radiator Springs. In addition to our star attraction back here, Radiator Springs Racers, you're also going to find Mater's Junkyard Jamboree, which is a demolition-style swinging car chase that is so much fun and is going to leave you laughing through the entire attraction. You can just ask me and Quincy. We love this one, but only when we're together.
Or you can join Luigi's family in a dance on Luigi's Rollickin' Roadsters. This trackless attraction sees you dancing and spinning to Italian music. And it's a little bit harder to say than you might think. Ton of funs and splendor await here in San Francisco, formerly known as Pacific Wharf, which is now based on Big Hero 6. This land has tons of fun restaurants, but actually does not have any rides. Now we are going to have so much fun with some of our favorite Pixar pals right here on Pixar Pier, which is inspired by the California Boardwalk. Along with our 2-star attractions, you're also going to find Jesse's Critter Carousel back here, which is kind of in the name. It's a carousel. It's really fun and very kiddo-friendly. On Pixar Pal Around, you can actually get an incredible view of the entire park, and you can choose a traditional non-swinging cart or a surprisingly thrilling and scary swinging cart. It's this thing back here, and I'm very scared of it. Fans of Inside Out are going to have to head over to the Inside Out Emotional Whirlwind, where you can actually shoot past Riley's emotions. And get ready, because it is a whirlwind. As we continue around, we find ourselves in Paradise Garden Park, loosely themed to a Victorian-era seaside amusement park. Here we're going to spot classic amusement-style attractions like the Silly Symphony Swings, themed to the historic Disney shorts. Jumpin' Jellyfish for a really cute aquatic-themed ride, and Golden Zephyr, a fun futuristic spin over the water. Plus, you actually get to learn how to fly at Goofy's Sky School, a really playful Ricochet-style coaster. And you can even travel under the sea with the dark ride through Ariel's story in The Little Mermaid, Ariel's Undersea Adventure. And finally, Grizzly Peak transports you to a 1950s California national park with gorgeous, lush scenery and that iconic Bear Mountain. Our star attraction in this section is Soarin', which we absolutely love, but you cannot miss out on Grizzly River Run, but be very warned, you will get very wet. There are character meet and greets all around Disney California Adventure, and you can actually find a full list of them and their times right inside the My Disney Experience app. The most popular of these meet and greets include Anna and Elsa's Royal Welcome, Mickey and his friends on Buena Vista Street, Pixar Pals at Pixar Pier, Lightning McQueen and Mater in Cars Land, and tons of Avengers right here in Avengers Campus.
But honestly, the character meet and greets do not end there. They have some amazing seasonal ones too, so make sure to check out that My Disney Experience app because truly some of the best ones you're gonna find around the holidays or just special times throughout the park. And if you want a really cool and unique character experience, do not forget to head over to Turtle Talk with Crush over in the animation building. It's a really cool live interactive show where you actually get to talk with Crush and ask him some questions, and he might actually ask some back. Okay, whew. After all that, I think it might be time for a little snack or a little treat, don't you? If you're looking for something simple like a pickle, a turkey leg, a churro, a pretzel, popcorn, or a slushie, you can check out Fillmore's Taste In, Fairfax Market, Mortimer's Market, Senor Buzz's Churros, Studio Catering Co., or the smaller carts that they have scattered all throughout the park. Bonus, these spots also sometimes offer some very unique specialty items. But this is Disney California Adventure, so chances are you are looking for a fun treat of some kind. And there are a lot of options actually. This park is home to some seriously incredible Disney snacks, and I've got the hidden gems and I don't want you to miss out on them, so start taking notes.
Disney California Adventure has some absolutely incredible ice cream options like a create your own ice cream bar and sundae over at Clarabelle's hand-scooped ice cream. For famous and delectable chocolates and ice creams, you can swing by San Francisco to find the park's Ghirardelli soda fountain and chocolate shop. For truly Instagrammable non-dairy cones, you can actually find some fruity options at the adorable Snowman Frosted Treats, and you can even try them snow-capped with white chocolate. For some specialty desserts, you can try the famous Jack Jack Cookie Num Nums with milk, or you can actually get something out of this world from Terran Treats with Cosmic Cream Orbs. Don't worry, there are some specialty savory snacks too. You can get some fresh baked bread from Bowden Bread Cart. Or you can even get the famous Disneyland hand-dipped corn dogs or battered cheese on a stick if that's more your jam. And you can stop over by the Corn Dog Castle.
Now with our treats in hand, I think it's time for a little show, don't you? Disney California Adventure has some incredible shows that you absolutely cannot miss. One of the best being right here on Buena Vista Street, courtesy of Fife and Dime throughout the day. And honestly, keep an eye out for other entertainment around the park as well. The park is a hub for live music all year round, especially during its seasonal festivals like Disney California Adventure Food and Wine and the Lunar New Year Festival.
In Hollywoodland, Disney Junior Dance Party actually recently closed its doors forever, but there is a new show expected to replace it later in 2025. My favorite way to escape the heat and crowds midday in DCA is with Mickey's PhilharMagic. It's a 3D show where Donald gets a hold of Mickey's sorcerer's hat and takes you with him on a journey through other Disney worlds. Avengers Campus has live shows galore, like an awesome Avengers Assemble stunt show on the Avengers headquarters. There's a fun and funny Guardians of the Galaxy awesome dance-off featuring Star-Lord and Gamora, and Doctor Strange's Ancient Sectum, where he'll demonstrate and reveal some magical secrets. You do need to keep an eye out though, because who knows what you might be seeing when you're wandering around the campus and who will be there to help train recruits. A personal favorite of mine is watching the Spider-Man stunt off of the rooftops of the campus.
Now, we have been having a lot of fun, but what happens when you need a little help or maybe something went wrong? A lot can go wrong in the parks if we're being honest, but don't worry, I'm going to tell you exactly what to do when things do not go according to plan.
Let's take a look at our map for spots that you need to know in case of emergency. Guest services can be found in the Chamber of Commerce at the front of the park if you have any questions or problems during your day. You can also find help by looking for the Blue Guest Experience umbrellas around the park, although you might not find these as frequently as you might in Disney World. If you're feeling a little under the weather, you get a sunburn or a blister, or you're just getting sick, you can head over to First Aid. If you're navigating the parks with a little one, the Baby Care Center has supplies for purchase, plus rooms for nursing and changing.
Okay, we're feeling good again. This is a great time to remind yourself that California Adventure is not just about the rides and the food. There are so many different ways for people of all ages to come together to play as a family.
The Animation Building is home to the Animation Academy. It's a real art class with Disney artists that rotate what they're drawing during the day. You can come check out the schedule in the mornings to learn how to draw your favorite character. Plus, just down the hall is the Sorcerer's Workshop, a wonderfully themed room that's easy to miss and teaches about the magic of animation. Most of us love eating bread, but you can also learn about it by going on a tour of a real bakery where world-famous San Francisco sourdough is being made. Pixar Pier has carnival games available for a small fee. They're themed to the popular Pixar films, and prizes tend to be adorable. And get active as you explore, climb, and swing and play in the Redwood Creek Challenge Trail. You can even visit the Spirit Cave and meet your spirit animal.
Whew, it has been a big day, pals, and we still have that really big finale to look forward to. But in the meantime, let's talk about some lunch and dinner options. If you're hungry at California Adventure, you are in for a treat, but I'll help you find the best meals without wasting all of that precious ride time. Now, maybe you did your table service or lounge meal at breakfast, and we don't really recommend doing more than one table service meal per day because you're going to be wasting, honestly, quite a bit of time. They're super time consuming during your park day, or maybe you're all about quick service meals. In that case, we're going to recommend that you head to a quick service. So keep an eye out for our recommended star in the corner.
For hot dogs fans, you can grab some classic and unique options at Award Wieners in Hollywoodland and Angry Dogs at Pixar Pier. Poultry Palace is also at Pixar Pier and has some easy chicken options as well. Flo's V8 Cafe in Carsland is a hop-in spot with lots of air-conditioned seating plus a menu inspired by diner food. And across the way, you can actually find the Cozy Cone Motel, an incredibly themed quick service with different counters to order a variety of food served in, well, cones. Try the bacon mac and cheese cone if you want one that is purely Instagrammable.
I'm over here at Lucky Fortune Cookery, where you can actually find tradition Asian-inspired eats like the karaage chicken sandwich. This is one of many great spots over here in the San Francisco area, but if you're looking for something more like Mexican food, like even mouth-watering birria, Coquina Mexican Grill is right nearby. Aunt Cass's Cafe also offers bread bowls that are widely considered a Disneyland staple, and yes, the sourdough is right next door from the bakery.
Paradise Garden Grill has a menu that changes often with seasonal offerings, but typically offers hearty portions with tons of outdoor seating. And our picky eaters might even want to stop by the Boardwalk Pizza and Pasta for just more classic or familiar options.
And if you do want that table service meal, we totally get it. There are some solid options here. Carthy Circle Restaurant is inspired by the Carthy Circle Theater, where Snow White actually first premiered, which is pretty cool. Expect an upscale menu. It's going to be a little bit higher priced, but it is going to have some incredible food, in our opinion, and some of the most impressive cocktails in the entire park. I personally recommend the Pear Martini, and if you don't want a full sit-down meal for a fancy bite, we recommend heading into the Carthy Circle Lounge for dinner, drinks, and appetizers without the need for a reservation.
Wine Country Trattoria serves up Italian plates like spaghetti bolognese and chicken parmesan. Plus, the menu pairs each time with a wine that you might like, so you might want to snag a pair just to test it out. We also mentioned Lamplight Lounge earlier, but I'm actually going to double and triple down on this spot. The atmosphere is playful and sophisticated, and the food is incredible. A favorite of ours is the potato skins with manchego and the brown butter caper yogurt. Depending on the spot, you also might be able to make a meal at the lounge, Disney's word for a bar. Some spots are going to offer smaller food items. For more basic bar options, you can actually stop by Port of San Francisco, Bayside Brews, Rita Baja Blenders, or Hollywood Lounge. Wine lovers should swing by Sonoma Terrace or Mendocino Terrace to try California wines in a relaxing open-air atmosphere. What is probably the most fun bar is going to be Pim Tasting Lab, which is right next to Pim Test Kitchen. The cocktails here are delicious, as are the beers, and they are actually served creatively with the Pim Tech theme. You can swing by the Pim Test Kitchen to grab a giant pretzel to go with your drink. And if you're a Magic Key holder, Disneyland's annual pass holders, you can actually make a meal at their exclusive lounge, the Magic Key Terrace.
And with such a fun day that you've just had at the park, you might want to grab a souvenir or two or 3 or 4. That's what I'm doing. There are shops all over DCA, and they're typically themed to the areas that you're in or the attractions and rides that you're near. However, some of the best shopping is going to be found right here on Buena Vista Street. Just look into Elias & Co. or Julie's Cats & Sons to find a massive selection of merchandise. Now, we might have our souvenirs, but the day isn't over just yet. There is one thing at Disney California Adventure that makes the day truly unforgettable. Without further ado, it is finally time for that big finale. Grab a spot by the water to catch World of Color 1. It's an incredible nighttime show that features different water effects, lasers, pyrotechnics, and even a light show. It is beloved by locals and travelers. Be warned, it might even make you cry. Quincy and I adore it. Okay, and that's that. Thank you so much for spending all of your time with me today. Now, if you're still here, go ahead and leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe for even more of our fun Disneyland tips that are heading straight to the channel super soon.